Michigan's Direct Superstore.
Still working on this Glenmore Haunting, which the puzzle doesn't look like this, and you have to go back. I guess that radio is kind of loud, isn't it?
I'm Todd with the Executive Director of CARES in Farmington Hills.
Oh, shit.
CARES works across the community, supporting families with everyday needs. To help others, we need reliable power. And I have to say,
all right, there we go.
We've noticed a lot fewer outages in the last year.
Yeah, the puzzle is a mystery, and the actual picture on the puzzle is not the same as the cover that's shown. You have to go back to the first video of the series to find the short story by Alan Robbins, if you really care, which I highly doubt anyone does.
Friday, April 11th at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss the biggest R&B event of the year. For more, visit ChrisBrownWorld.com.
Hey, baseball fans, go yard with BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. All season long, BetMGM is offering top odds on your favorite home run bets. Fast and convenient ways
Holy shit, I went there.
Special boosts,
well, that's nice.
And so much more. With BetMGM, you can be a part of every diving catch, every double play, every strikeout, and every home run from your favorite teams and players. And from the first pitch to the game-winning fireworks, there are more ways than ever to supercharge your excitement. Whether you want to combine multiple bets for the chance at a bigger payout or place a live bet as the game unfolds, BetMGM, the best place to bet the long ball, has all the home run betting options you could need. Download the BetMGM app, sign up, and get your piece of MLB action. BetMGM is an official partner of Major League Baseball. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.
I don't believe that goes there, but might.
Only. First bet offers for new customers only. All other promotions for existing
I guess that it does not, but since there's a huge gap, what do I know?
Hi, I'm going to cause some stump demolition and lane clearing. If you're a homeowner or developer with ugly brush, buckthorn, and bad trees you need cleared, right now we'll clear it for under $5,000 an acre. All ugly brush gone, all buckthorn gone, even every tree under 20 inches in diameter gone, down to mulch for under $5,000 an acre. Have less than an acre? Fine, you'll pay even less. Have more than an acre? I'll clear 50 acres. There's a big difference when you call stump demolition and lane clearing. Yes, my price, but we use the latest environmentally sound equipment, and we work harder and faster than our older competitors. Please call my mobile now. Here's my number, 248-688-8332. We'll clear all that ugly brush, buckthorn, and every tree under 20 inches in diameter for under $5,000 an acre. Have less than an acre? Great. Have more than an acre? Even better. Here's my number, 248-688-8332. That's 688-8332. 688-8332, or go to stumpdemolition.com.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out?
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and get weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Here's comedian Howard Mandel for hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers Slip-In.
Hell yeah.
Holding a new Cozy Fit Skechers Slip-In sneaker, and first of all, I barely know I'm holding it. It's that light. You see, Cozy Fit is a cool new sneaker where the upper is made of a soft quilted material. It's kind of like a little puffer jacket for your feet, except it looks like a super stylish sneaker.
Introducing new Cozy Fit Skechers Slip-Ins, the latest comfort creation from Skechers. You can find Cozy Fit Skechers Slip-Ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
97 won the ticket, would like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging rates apply.
All right, people want to talk about the Tigers, get you up the Red Wing hockey, wings and halves in Montreal. Biggest game of the season. Need to win to have any hope at all to make the postseason. You win, you're 4 points back with 5 to go. You lose, you're 7 points back, depending on how you lose. And the season's pretty much over. 248-539-9797 to ticket text the exact same.
Oba.
Quick ticket text. Are you high Baez and Torque forgotten? That's all we've talked about the last 2 years. When I say the forgotten three, I mean you forgot they could actually play. How about that? That's what I'm talking about. Yes, I understand you remember them. But it got to the point with all three men that you started to wonder, can they play? I forgot they're baseball players. That's what I call them. Torque looks great. 11 games. You always have to throw that disclaimer out there. Mize looks great. It's 2 starts. You got to throw that disclaimer out there. And more than anything else, Baez, even though he still swings out of the zone way too frequently, Baez looks really playable, which I know that's not some flattering comment when you make as much as he does, 160 mil, and you owe him 73 mil. But considering what we've been through with Javier Baez, if I told you this year he was playable, I think you take that. Not saying you like it overall or it was a good signing, but I think you take it. Kevin Ann Arbor, Rieger, please tell us your best Leland confrontation. Please, I've heard about them, but I've never heard any of the stories. Very quickly. Johnny Peralta got busted for steroids. He got suspended 50 games. I went to Cleveland. Dave Dombrowski told us we weren't allowed to talk about Peralta to Leland. He said, talk to me, don't talk to the skipper. I go into Leland's office. He's making a coffee. Took about 7 questions about Miguel Cabrera because he was injured and on the IL. And then I said, hey, Jim, what about Johnny getting popped for steroids? And he turned around and he slammed down his coffee and he looked at me and everybody else and he yelled at the top of his lung, everybody the F out! That's my favorite Leland story. I wanted to make it quick. Chris in Washington, you're on the ticket.
I wonder if that goes there. That'd be great if it did.
Hey,
Nah,
I wanna
not even close.
Talk about just, I do think they're a good team right now, and building off what they did at the end of last year and keeping it rolling into this year. I mean, that's hard to do. And one thing that going back and looking on just historically what the Tigers do in April, when we don't make the playoffs, is complete opposite of what we're doing. We're winning early, right? If you look at
That might though.
2011 to 15, I think it was our streak of making the playoffs. They were 500 and above. I think one season they had a little crappy April, but nonetheless, our stats are on par with those years. I want to say the most home runs those teams had was like 20, 22, 24, somewhere in there. So we're on par. Hits, runs, all that.
Chris,
the pitching is looking. Go ahead.
I agree with you. I mean, I said it yesterday, but there's that old saying in baseball, and you hear it ad nauseum this time of year, but it's, you can't win a pennant in April, but you sure in the hell can lose one, and they're not losing one.
Yeah.
We all heard how tough this April was going to be, and of course it's early and it's not over, but so far they're doing a bang-up job.
That'd be great, though.
Yeah, and Jeff, if I could, if you don't mind, I do want to make one statement on the Wings.
Please.
I don't want to throw off the show, but the one thing, and Cam Talbot is showing us this right now. This Red Wings team is a goalie away from being competitive. This Red Wings team has the, I hate to say it because it's so cliche with Detroit, but they have the grit to go out there and do the job and get us to the playoffs. We're lacking that goalie. Cam Talbot's been playing like a number 1 goalie for the past 7, 8 games he started. He's playing lights out. You put a number 1 goalie there. This team's a whole different. It's a whole different ballgame.
Well, Chris, you hope that's Kosa, and I appreciate the call. I think the Peter Mrazek trade is weird because you owe him $4.25 million next year. I think you can also say you put a decent defense in front of your netminder and that goalie, even if it's Talbot, life is going to be better. But believe it or not, the Wings actually look good in the last 3 or 4 games. I know you'll say way too little, way too late. But whether it's Sider or Raymond or Edvinson or Casper or Johansson or Soderblom, I'm kind of eager to see what they look like next year. Not to say this year isn't disappointing, but next year, with an aggressive offseason, don't get Mitch Marner, but an aggressive offseason,
They should make the postseason.
Fair. Mike and Howell, very quickly, you got like 20 seconds. Sorry to cut you so short, Mike. What's up? Mikey?
Hey, Jeff, you hear me?
Yeah, man, you got like 10 seconds. I'm sorry. We're up against it.
Jeff, just go off of what Sparky used to tell us. Use the 40-game benchmark, but not being a Debbie Downer. They look good so far. Glad to see the hitting coming around early in this season. I want to use 40 games.
Mikey, I got no issue with that, and I appreciate the call. By the way, one quick ticket text will get you to Red Wing Hockey. Torque will come back to earth. The Kai is a 4A player. Good start for the Tigers, but the White Sox suck. So there you go. Look at that. Ending on negativity, which I don't want to do, but it's my fault. I read the ticket text. All right, Red Wings and Habs coming up next, guys. It's a big one, I think. Enjoy the game. We'll catch you next week.
The chicken!
Fans love the long ball, and FanDuel is
All right,
giving
let's
you
get
even
these
more
going.
reasons to love home runs every Tuesday during the Major League season. Because with Dinger Tuesdays, all FanDuel customers get a home run profit boost. That means when you bet on moonshots, you can take your winnings to new heights. So whether it's a big blast or an Oppo Taco,
Big blast.
FanDuel is your home for betting home runs. Just visit FanDuel.com/Wojo and gear up to
Does that go there?
all season
Motherfucker.
long. That's FanDuel.com/Wojo to claim your Dinger Tuesday profit boost. Make every moment more with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. Must be 21 or older and present in Michigan. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and maximum wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is injury attorney David Faminenio. I have dedicated my career to
Only
secure
way we
justice
can win
and
there.
maximizing recovery for my injured clients. So if you
Well,
get
that
injured in
kinda
an
looks-
accident, you need to call me at 855-65-CRASH or go to my
Looks
website,
different to me.
getdavidgetpaid.com.
This Odyssey.com Sports Minute
The
is
fuck
brought
is
to
this?
you by Northville Lumber.
This is that Galva Fantasy Sports Minute sponsored by Fisher Investments. With over 8 minutes to play, Duke was up by 14 points. With 1:15 remaining, the Blue Devils were up by 7. With 34 seconds left, Duke was up by 6. And Duke somehow lost in regulation by 3 as Houston advanced to the national championship game. Attention 28-3 Falcons, the 2004 Yankees, and the Warriors blowing a 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals. You've been a member in the Chokers Club, and it's that Duke team we saw float on Saturday night. I'm Zach Gelb.
I'm Zach Galb.
What's up, baseball fans? Go Yard with BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. All season long, BetMGM is offering top odds on your
I
favorite
don't know
home run bets.
who allowed these little squeaky voice fuckers on the radio, but they should be banished.
With BetMGM, you can be a part of every diving catch, every double play, every strikeout,
Every
and
double
home
play?
run from your favorite teams and players.
Come on.
And from the first pitch to the game-winning fireworks, there are more ways than ever to supercharge your excitement. Whether you want to combine multiple bets for the chance at a bigger payout, or
Ew.
place a live bet as the game unfolds, BetMGM, the best place to bet.
BetMGM.
All the home run betting options you can need. Download the BetMGM app, sign up, and get your piece of MLB action. BetMGM is an official partner of Major League Baseball. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age and older. Michigan only. First bet offers for new customers only. All other promotions for existing customers. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for confidential help. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Rizep, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine. Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-800-SKYRIZI to learn more. Thanks for calling the McComb Group.
Hey, I'm looking for 45 3/4 class has 150 black Malibu F-15 Unions and a dozen 2x3 Street teams.
No problem. Is that will call or delivery?
What you're hearing is not an alien encounter. It's called PVM, also known as pipe, valve, and fittings. And at the McCone Group, we speak it fluently. Call us at 833-PIPE-USA when you need an expert who speaks your language, or go to McConeGroup.com. The McCone Group. We speak PVF, and we're built to say yes.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat. Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
No, it isn't.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National
Some people
Highway
fucking
Traffic
drive
Safety
bad even when they're
Administration,
fucking paying
Project Yellow
attention.
and Council.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. This is the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network. More than just a team.
Scholars.
More than hockey. This is Detroit Red Wings hockey. The Red Wings tonight is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence comes with every card.
Sunday in Detroit, Cam Talbot stopped 32 shots, leading the Red Wings to a 2-1 win over the Florida Panthers. Head coach Martin Saint-Louis and the Montreal Canadiens have a 6-point lead for the final wildcard spot in the Eastern Conference and coming off an important 2-1 victory against the Nashville Predators. The Red Wings go for 3 in a row. Live from the Bell Center in Montreal, it's the Red Wings and the Montreal Canadiens tonight.
Detroit Red Wings hockey. Brought to you by Sam Bernstein Law, Cornwell Health, Jack Dimmer Ford, Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, Metro Detroit Chevrolet Dealers, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Jack Dimmer Lincoln, Detroit Area Toyota Dealers, Wallside Windows, Meyer, McLaren Health,
Major.
United Wholesale Mortgage, Fighter Law, Chevrolet,
Zyger Fall.
Rocket Mortgage, Priority, and Little Caesars.
Little
This is
Caesars.
Detroit Red Wings hockey.
Hear that? That's the sound of saving a good deal more when you shop with Empress
Oh.
and Meyer. Some delicious blueberries, money saved. A creamy treat of cookie dough ice cream, that's money saved. Savings, savings, savings. Because every dollar spent is also 10 points earned in M-Perks, which you can use to save on your next grocery trip or up to $1 off per gallon on your next tank of gas. At Meyer, we work hard to help you
No,
save a good
you
deal more
don't.
for a whole lot less. That's bringing more good to life. Exclusions apply. See mperks.com for details. Life can get busy, and finding time for doctor's appointments, well, it's tough. That's why I'm glad McLaren is making it easier. Now I can book online, do a virtual visit, or even check into the ER from my phone. Better access means better care, and with more providers and shorter wait times, they're making it work for me. McLaren, your care, our commitment. Find the care you need at McLaren.org.
Let's face off with Dustin Fiocco.
Good evening and welcome on into another Tuesday night of Red Wings hockey. As tonight, we arguably play the most important game of the season to date, as our Detroit Red Wings take a trip across the border to take on the Montreal Canadiens. Let's face off this matchup presented by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Find out if you're eligible by completing the FAFSA at FAFSA.gov. Tonight is a matchup with big implications. The Eastern Conference playoff scene has been a budding storyline in the NHL for quite some time now. And at the forefront of it all is Montreal, who holds the final wildcard spot at 85 points. Thanks to an ongoing 5-game win streak, the Canadiens have widened what was a narrow lead of that coveted spot to 6 points, with only a handful of games remaining on the season. But as it stands, the Red Wings are the first team out of the spot, trailing Montreal by 6 points. While being down 6 points with 6 games remaining may be a tall task, Detroit does have a game in hand, and tonight they have a prime opportunity to cut the deficit by 2 points to a total of 4 with a regulation win. Detroit coming in off winning their last 2 games, with Sunday's 2-1 win over Florida being perhaps just a goalpost shy from a Cam Talbot shutout. Detroit's netminder has been playing spectacular goaltending as of recently. And they'll need that tonight in a must-win game against Montreal. It is the Canadiens and our Red Wings in Canada. Puck drop is still to come. But up next, Ken Cal speaks with Red Wings head coach Todd McClellan. You're on the Red Wings Radio Network.
Toyota has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid choices than anyone else, like the family-size Highlander and the bigger, more powerful Grand Highlander. Now through April 30th, you can get any new Highlander or Grand Highlander with 6.75 APR financing up to 72 months, including hybrid models with $16.93 per thousand borrowed, subject to approved credit through TFS. Plus, you get 2-year no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs Bracket Challenge is back. And now it's time to take your shot. Face off against family and friends. And see if you can predict this year's playoffs. Can you pick the perfect bracket and
No.
claim the ultimate prize? A trip to a 2025-26 NHL event. Sign up today for a chance to win exclusive prizes at NHL.com/bracket.
Inside the locker room.
Red Wings in Montreal. With his pregame show, Red Wing head coach Todd McClellan. Inside the locker room is brought to you by Meyer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Well, Todd, the Red Wings have won 2 consecutive games, 2-1 over the Florida Panthers on Sunday. Your thoughts about the game?
Well, it was a win, and that game was not easy to play in for a lot of different reasons. One, Florida's a real good hockey club, regardless of who's in their lineup. And then secondly, the fact that they didn't have a lot of guys in their lineup. Their workers and their grinders showed up, and they did exactly that. It made it difficult on us to get through the neutral zone and to get to their net. But at the end of the day, we found a way to win. Our play got us a goal. We scored 1 5-on-5, and our numbers defensively have been getting better. Throughout this point streak that we've got going, and that's really going to have to continue if we want to, hit our target of where we want to go at the end of the year.
Todd, Cam Talbot's been terrific, allowing 7 goals on 124 shots. Is he the type of goaltender that can really be the kind of guy that can take you further?
Well, we're counting on it. When we acquired Mrazek, we said we're looking for one guy to get hot, and he could play all 19 games if that was the case. And Talbot is hot right now. He's obviously going to get the start here tonight in Montreal. I've seen him go on runs in both Edmonton and LA where it was hot for an extended period, and we're hoping that he can continue to do that. But he's only one man. The skaters around him have to do their job to try and help him continue this hot hand.
Thinking back over the years, there's been a lot of creative players out there on the ice, but when you look at Kane and DeBrincat, they certainly have a magical chemistry together. How do you explain that?
I don't. They just are that talented. And, there's always, like you said, there's been Hall & Oates and the Sedins and Kaner and Kat have a lot of experience together, obviously in Chicago, and then reconnecting here. And I think their minds work similarly, yet they're differently skilled. They have confidence to look for each other and slow it down or speed it up when they have to. And it's been a real good combination for us.
Take a look at the Montreal Canadiens. They won 5 in a row. What's their key strength when you take a look at their team?
Team. They're playing a real good team game right now, getting the saves when they need to. Their back end is mobile with the young kid Hudson and Matheson. They're able to skate, and they've got some strong defenders back there. They haven't been giving up much. And then up front, Suzuki, Caulfield, their go-to guys have been outstanding since the Four Nations break. They're really leading the club, and everybody's following along. So make no doubt about it. We have our hands full tonight, but we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, big game tonight and a key in tonight's hockey game. What would it be for the Red Wings to get that 2 point?
Well, we want to get off to a good start, obviously, on the road, and they're lamenting their starts a little bit, so they'll be a little more aware of it. We'll push to get a good start, as we always do, but I think that could be a difference maker when the night's all said and done.
Right, all the best in tonight's game against the Montreal Canadiens.
Thanks, Ken.
Around the league coming up next.
Around the league with Dustin Fiocco.
From inside the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio, we are going to take our trip around the league. And for the longest time now, the Eastern Conference playoff scene has had a lot of eyes on it. What was a tightly knit competition for that final wildcard spot is starting to weed out with Montreal's current 5-game winning streak, Detroit now being the first team out at 6 points away. And yesterday, Detroit did get a little assist from Tampa Bay in their playoff chase. With the Rangers and Red Wings each tied at 79 points, Detroit owning the tiebreaker and a game in hand, The Lightning kept the Rangers at that same total thanks to a 4-1 victory on New York ice. It was a 2-goal, 3-point night for Braden Point to lead Tampa to victory. Nikita Kucherov also grabbing himself 3 points with a goal scored, as Vasilevsky had another great night in net, stopping 38 of 39 shots. That win putting Tampa Bay 2 points out of first in the Atlantic. I'm Dustin Fiocco, and this has been Around the League on the Red Wings Radio Network.
We are Figer Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Red Wings. For over 70 years, Figer Law has been your hometown team of trial lawyers for auto crashes, truck accidents, birth trauma, and injuries due to medical malpractice. Let our team of homegrown trial lawyers win big for you. Figer Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Red Wings. All we do is win.
J.P. Weiser's Canadian whiskey is a proud partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Sure, we could have teamed up with Toronto, or Montreal,
or Cincinnati.
Ottawa, but we'd rather support our neighbors across the river, because we've been doing things our way
Since whenever the fuck we wanted to.
So grab a bottle of our smooth,
Tell me what to do.
whiskey and taste what it means to be wisely done.
Wallside put the first in 81st. It's Wallside's 81st year in business. So for the first and only time ever, you get 81 months, no interest. 81 months with no down payment, plus half off every window we make. It's another first for Wallside. 81 months, no interest, plus half off every window. For a very limited time, call Wallside today, 1-800-521-7800, or go to wallside.com.
Pretzel Crust is back at Little Caesars.
At Little Caesars.
My pet sheep is pumped. It's back. It sure is. That delicious buttery flavored pretzel crust is back. It's back. Yep, you're right. That delicious cheddar cheese sauce is back. Pretzel crust is back for $6.99 at Little Caesars. Plus tax or applicable. Available at participating locations for a limited time. Prices may vary. Prices higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and third-party online sites. Pizza, pizza.
At Corewell Health, we know time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, innovation, and we do. We're fighting cancer with proton therapy and music therapy. We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's with deep brain stimulation and outsmarting blood clots in seconds instead of days. Because this is your time to take control of your health. And it's time to show that together, we can. Corewell Health.
From the rink.
This is Jonathan Nelson. I'm here at the Officer Brickout and Cat. You guys are coming in tonight, both teams knowing what's at stake. What's kind of the mood and feeling in the room right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're excited for this game. I think we know it's a big one, and, we know where we're at. We know how we can play, and, I think we're excited to go tonight.
Talking to Larkin yesterday, he talked about some of the themes throughout this point streak you guys are on. In your eyes, what do you see as some of the keys that you guys have been able to collect points?
I think our breaking out and D zone has been a lot better these past couple games, and it's led to more offensive zone time and less defensive zone time. So, I feel like there's a lot of things in our game that have gotten better, but I think that's one that, we're moving more as a five-man unit and making some good plays. So I think that's a big part of it.
How do you guys embrace the moment as well as not let it get too big in the game and shift by shift?
I think once you get out there, you obviously know it's an important game, but you're just playing. I think we got to take it one game at a time and, just focus on the shift at hand and, winning each shift. So I think we know what we have in this room and what we can do. So, we're confident going into the game.
Todd also talked about how it seems that you've had a lot of confidence on the defensive side of the puck. What are some ways that you've been working on that behind the scenes?
Personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, just trusting each other. I think out there is a big part. I think we trust the system, and for me personally, it's a lot easier to, trust that and trust the guys to be in a good spot. So I'm trying to just do my job and, let everything else play out. So I feel like it's been good. It's been better. Still a lot to improve on, as a team and personally. I think we're trying to take those steps.
Being in Montreal, are you a poutine guy at all, or have you had that before?
Yeah, I've had it before. It's okay. Not my favorite. I mean, I'll eat it if it's there, but I'm not dying to go get it. So I think they'll probably have some after the game that I might dig into, but I'm not really. It doesn't really matter to me.
Thanks, Kat. Appreciate it. Back to Ken Callan-Paul. Which are the keys to the game?
Tonight's keys to the game.
Ding. The hell was that?
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit.
How about that goes right fucking there? Sure looks like it goes there.
The MVP of the league. Jaylen Brown is your reigning Finals MVP. Drew Holiday, even
My feeling this goes right, yeah.
defender on the perimeter. Also,
No,
could
we
give you
just
20 plus on a given night. Derek White, I mean, he can score 40. That's what I like about Boston right now. They're playing their best basketball of the season.
Beat the market on BetMGM tonight with Brad Evans and Ryan Horvath every weekday from 7 to 11 p.m. Eastern. Presented by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas.
finally have a breakthrough again. Now, where the fuck did that go? Right here? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to move that out. It was a long time coming.
Let the madness begin.
Who wants to get nuts tonight? The streak ends tonight.
This four-layer, let's come out again strong. With the sledgehammer, Brad Evans.
Oh, sharp action! They gotta listen to the sharks! Get the heck out of here with that nonsense. I'm on JMU as well.
Daddy gotta have it high. Sledgehammer.
How you doing, girl?
And the mad better, Ryan Horvath.
There was a pair of shoes for $200, and they went on sale this past weekend. You had 3 days to get
Oh,
them for
man.
$50. If you didn't, now they're back at $200. Would you buy them? She's like, no. I said, then why would you bet the Mavs at 6.5?
Bringing you all the late night sweats and bets.
It's the news! Buy that juice, gentlemen.
Never forgive Al Horford. No, he's old. He's 6'10". Dunk the basketball. Instead, he tries to lay it in and he misses a bunny.
And helping you win big in fantasy.
I think Baker, the touchdown maker.
It's BetMGM tonight on the BetMGM Network. Presented by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas.
Hola, amigos! It's time to bring the noise here, another rowdy edition of BetMGM tonight. I'm Brad the Big Noise Evans.
Are you serious?
Lady ever so handsome, Ryan Horvath.
What is this bullshit?
Of the program. How'd you do last night in the national title game? We're going to talk about that here momentarily. We're also going to go wall to wall, whole lot of baseball chat tonight as we're going to be breaking things
What the
down.
fuck? This isn't what it's on.
Trying to make you some units in that sport, and hopefully maybe regain some of the units that you
Some
lost.
bullshit if this is what's on.
College basketball hardwood. We're going to say hello to our little friend. We're going to reveal our cards. We're going to get parlay beats behind in here. You know, the parlay of the day. We're going to roll the shoulders and get some news.
The fuck is this?
And we're getting some bonus time bets as well. Mark Johnson, the voice of Colorado Buffs, is going to be stopping by. We're going to break things down on a couple of monster prospects that they have for this year's NFL draft. And I'll even spin it forward with his Buffs this season, what he expects them to do. We already got a total out over or under 6.5 wins.
Please tell me this ain't what's on.
Club up there in Boulder, Colorado. We're going to batter up and talk all picture props that are going to be getting underway tonight in Major League Baseball. Rob Brown's going to stop by. We'll get his thoughts on the college basketball season now that that is wrapped. We'll look forward to some additional sports as well, whether in the NBA or possibly in Major League Baseball. Maybe even the NFL draft. We'll pick his brain forwards and backwards as we always do, and it brings the noise and brings the energy. Ryan Edwards.
The hell? Turn this off. Immediately, brobs.
Some big news in the Mile High City, to say the least, today. With the absence of Michael Malone cut out of left field, nobody really saw it coming. What was the impetus by the Cronkies to make that move and also fire the GM? We're going to get the straight scoop from one Ryan Edwards, and we'll probably talk a little Denver Broncos. Hell, maybe I'll even throw a curveball and throw him a Colorado Rockies question as well. Don't miss that interview. Some late night swings. I got a handful of games on the diamond. They're going to be for you that like to burn the midnight oil. We're going to have you covered with some of our favorite bets in those matchups in Major League Baseball. And two, we're going to look into the crystal ball for an edition of Pigskin Prophecy. Horvath is our expert when it comes to NFL draft. He's already fired off probably at least 2 dozen tickets
on that exercise. Going to be talking about some of his favorite bets. I'll add some color commentary to those majors as well. So again, we're going to have a little NFL talk, some NBA talk, some Major League Baseball talk, maybe work a little college football as well. A smorgasbord of sports action right here on BetMGM tonight. And we too want to talk to you, the 2.02 average viewers and listeners of this fine program. If you got any questions for us at all, the betting space. Oh,
Your life.
Really sort of down.
College. They dream of a brighter future with enough nutritious food to a chance to learn and grow, to get an education, escape poverty, and do incredible things. Today, thanks to Children International. We give children a chance to set their sights high and succeed in school and in life by ensuring that they have access to healthcare, education, life skills, and so much more, so they can grow, thrive.
Not sitting in this spot anymore.
Learn more about Children International and join us in the life-changing work at children.org today. Together, we can help empower.
A minute? Is that guy really still on the fucking radio?
9:10 a.m. Detroit's News Talk Superstation.
This ain't what I thought it was.
Intimidation practices within dozens of doctors and medical research.
Our home and native land. Oh, damn these cocks. Is this right here?
In their goal play for the Canada Four Nations tournament, 29 wins in the season. National Goal Line King, the goalie, President, Michigan, Players, Dixon, and Electronic Women. Top line, it's a 54 control, and your eyes, Rock Foster. Can't tell it, he's been good. He is pretty sharp. He is warming up the game too. I left him to call the goal for the Red Wings here tonight.
Glorious and free. Except they're not free at all.
start against the Detroit Red Wings, 20 seconds into the opening period. Surprise rookie will start things off in the game tonight with Lucas Ware and Elmer Sarlo. A very important line that mentioned getting much more mileage on the third and the fourth line. The Red Wings' third, fourth lines tonight are going to be much, much better against this Canadian team. They have a crowd here tonight, but boy, these Canadian fans have a lot to cheer about as the Canadians have won 5 straight games. So good to 5 games before that, but they dropped the 5 consecutive hockey games, and again just shows from very National Hockey League, you can have get any team. On the draw, here's Edmondson making his way behind his own goal, tapped it up the right wing, taking a slide at it, was Raymond, now it's chopped into the Montreal zone. Hudson got it ahead to Cole Toffia, now a pass up the right side out the center to Nick Suzuki over the Red Wing line. Drops it off, left Toffia down to Brewery, the feed in front. On the top, the stick of Cole Toffia, he had an opening, and he wasn't able to handle that puck as he picks it up again, sharp angle shot. Now it ends up wide and off the boards and back into the Montreal line. It's just not Nick Suzuki. Cole Toffia had a much better second half. It's an outstanding first shift for the Montreal Canadiens, the top line. The puck now back in the 180 goal. Canadiens attacking right to left over the line. Dvorak moves into the right circle after getting a long bound pass. And that one off the stick, post center and out of play. See, that's not a good deflation punching by the Red Wings. They've got really no foreshifting going. You're going to give the Montreal Canadiens control of the breakout. They make a long stretch pass, and all of a sudden they get a good scoring chance down the right side. Those two things can't happen at the same time. If you're dropping back five defenders, they should get that scoring chance. So we got to get out to a faster start here. A couple good shifts for the Montreal Canadiens. 8 seconds gone by here in the opening period, and there is no score. Face-off coming up to the left. Off Cam Talbot, the Red Wing goaltender, telling Larkin to take the draw against Dvorak. Now Dvorak's waved down to the circle, and he doesn't like that, and taking the face-off will be Josh Anderson against Dylan Larkin. 34 more goals from Montreal Canadiens, the third and the fourth lines, compared with the Wings have got from their third and fourth lines. Canadiens control the draw. Long shot, Talbot made the save, and Mike Matheson shot from the blue line. Red Wings get the rebound, and now moving ahead. Patrick Kane up across the Montreal line, puts it into the corner. Went in after Carrier, and now he's tied up in along the corner boards. Wings trying to dig it out, and now Gallagher comes away with a puck. Up the right wing, skips over the Red Wing blue line, plays it behind Sherrod, but up and outsider behind the Red Wing goal to tap it around the right wing. Wings on the attack from center ice. It's Larkin with a feed to Kane. Left circle into the slot for the Franken. Comes back to the line to Hall. Off the bench on a change. And fired one wide to the short side of the Montreal goal. Did a good job of Justin Hall today. Got the play. Keep the puck inside the blue line. It's a dump note. Icing Hall waved off. Hall goes back again. 2 minutes gone by here in the opening period. No scores. Berggren chopped it in behind the Red Wing goal to Hall. And it's up that puck around the wing. Canadiens hold it in. It's chopped around the boards by Kapanen. Right side, and Berggren just made it. Struble with a body check, and now Berggren gets up quickly, starts the attack to Detroit over the Montreal blue line. He paid the price right there, but then made the play to the Canadiens out. Here's Struble made a good play. Here's a pass in front. Berggren took a couple of chops at it. That puck went into the net, but the whistle had been blown after Tarasenko had the first opportunity.
Hell yeah.
Jake Struble then wrestled down a Red Wing player. That's going to be a minor penalty coming up against the Canadiens. Wings get a big scoring chance. Tarasenko brings it back to the front. He got towards the goal and bounced off and had him on the goal. And Berg on the doorstep just did it. Great opportunity for Red Ball there to take the early lead. And starts have been hurting Montreal of late. They haven't really gotten off to great starts, but man, they've been able to finish. And we hope that this trend continues. They hung on that game against Nashville without Sean Patting in hockey game more than 2-1. And somehow found a way to beat the Nashville Tigers 2-1. Interesting that game, Nashville had a 2-0 lead, but then they took away a goal, the second goal by Nashville, because they said it was goalie interference. Just so many games we roll around, you go through the summaries every morning, the games being played, and so many teams get out Sean Patty and still win. And that's why hockey's a frustrating game. You could be the better team 5-on-5, and still not win.
Something ain't right here. Something ain't right.
This is really a critical game for Detroit. Red Wings need to come away with the 2 points, especially in regulation. Well, they can't afford to lose to Montreal Canadiens. And now, what it's coming down to now, I think the New York Rangers.
Something is not right, and that's definitely not right there.
The second wild card team of the day. The Wings have played well over the last 5 hockey games. Here's Petrie now moving it down low. Here's Mott with a shot, sharp angle shot, right side goal line from the corner, and a save made by Montembeault. Now Rasmussen with a shot. He hits the side of the goal, maybe the shoulder of Montembeault again. Canadian 3 now. Hudson slides it out to the Detroit blue line, and now racing after it is Edmondson. Moved it away from an oncoming Joel Armia. Red Wings settle it down. sidewall deep into the corner in the Montreal end, and Hutt will pick it up in behind his own goal. Team's own rookie of players is scoring lead. Hutt's just going to win that Calder Trophy, I think. He's actually fourth overall, fifth in scoring national hockey. His rookie campaign, that's outstanding. Everyone's popping right back into the Montreal zone, and this is an icing call charged against Detroit. Everyone shot it in from their side of the red line. So we play 3 minutes and 18 seconds of the opening period. No score in the hockey game. Red Wings with 4 shots.
Let that go right there. Kind of looks like it. When was it? Kind of looks like it goes there. Alright, so solve something, but then it also creates another problem. That'd be why that one piece didn't go in there. So does that go in there? I think these don't go there. That's what's going on. I think these go there. Hell yeah.
Protecting the puck now, the Canadians tag up as it's played ahead, and out the center ice, Patrick Kane stick handles with it, turns back and moves away from an oncoming Suzuki. O'Slider flips it ahead to Brickett, chipping from
Oh, miter.
Here he is, skated the puck and the Wings to dump it up across the Montreal line. The trailer is still, and Larkin moving in with a shot. He fired that one and exhaled over the crossbar into the corner.
This piece might actually go there. Good.
Across the line with a backhand try, Montembeau will come up with a glove hand save and hang on. Former Montreal Canadian defenseman that's been this run. He takes no prisoners, but he's playing 2 big heavy hits by him already in the opening period against his former team. You can see the Canadians have responsive offense. Most teams don't like to have their top player reserve a hit like that, but again, that could lead to a rubbing power play. Maybe a chance to take the lead. A guy that's not playing tonight that would maybe retaliate is Arbor Jackoff. He definitely would retaliate, yes. But Ben Shaw, he's moved in a backwards step to anybody. He's been a good player now these last couple of seasons with the Red Wings. 4.5 gone by here in the opening period, no score. Tarasenko now feed pass, Confer making his way in, shoots the puck at the post, and the rebound up behind Montembeau and picked away by the Canadians. That one had him beat right there, and it just didn't go in. Good play by Terry Smith is in neutral zone. Third line almost connected. Bounced off the outside of the goalpost. Went through the glove of Montembeau to wins that close. To take it away. Savard now moves in behind his own goal. Canadians in the red jerseys with the blue pants. White trigger attacking right to left. First score of the hockey game. Now lifted down to behind the red wing goal. Albert Johansson are feathered around the boards. Now to Michael Rasmussen. Tipped to the head. Mott is throwing the ice by Henderson. Lily turns away from a body check, whipped it up the right side of the board, came off the center, Rasmussen to pump it back in, Red Wings tag up. Now they're onside as Cooley will swing it behind his own goal, had it knocked away for a moment by Smith, the Red Wing forward. Now it comes out to center ice, and Hall took a chop at it. Hudson out to center ice, stick handles to the Red Wing line, he slowed up, and now Rasmussen will feed to Larkin. One man back, Larkin over the line, got the shot away, deflected off the Montreal stick. And along the left wing, Hudson got it out to center ice. Laine skated the puck now, came down the middle of the Canadian blue box. Puck hook inside the Montreal zone. Now to the right circle, Slater with a shot, tipped in front, wide of the goal. One of them saw that shot. He ducked it down on both the pads in trying to catch the glove. Unfortunately, the Wings just a little bit above the crossbar. Good start by the Red Wings here. We're out shooting Montreal 7-3. No score in the hockey game. Here comes Laine. Up across the Red Wing line. Now to Lou, hook in the left face-off circle. centered it out in front of the Red Wing goal, and it's intercepted. The break it got it out to Kane, who drops it to the trailer. Dylan Larkin, who feathers it over the Montreal line.
It might go there.
15 of those have come in the power play. Montreal dumps it in from center ice and tries to get the four-checking game going. Alexander Carrier to dump it in. Puck comes back in the line. Carrier with a shot that's blocked in front. Ends up with Soderblom, and Elmer brings it up the right wing board, top the center toward the throw. Now Raymond dumps it up across the Canadian blue line. Broken up. Now the wing steal.
Let's go!
Another good scoring chance for the Red Wings. Edmondson swings it over on the right side. Villarmia going after the puck. Red Wings player thrown down in the corner. Marco Castro play continues. Raymond trying to get it to the blue line, and it's broken up. Now scooped by Pizzetta out to center ice. Red Wings rakes back across the Montreal line, and now it's picked up and played by Gooley out to center. Evans up across the line, cuts inside into the Red Wing zone. Had it knocked away, but he holds it in. Throws it now to Cole Caulfield in the far corner. Slides it in the slot. Here's Hutton, and he couldn't control that hot pass, and Raymond will fire it out to Soderblom at center on a change. He'll dump it to the side of Montembeau. Fast-paced first period of time. Jeff, the Wings getting the better of it right there now. We're soft toes, do tell the tale. Him Canadians quickly on their own zone. That's the left wing boards out to the Red Wing blue line, scooping it up as Hall. Gonna come down the action. Wings have had some good scoring chances. Still no score in the hockey game. 8 minutes gone by. Puck steered to the side of Montembeau. He'll swish it into the corner. Hudson laid it around the wing. It's intercepted by Tarasenko with a shot toward slide, and that one hit the side of the goal, maybe Montembeau's arm. Tarasenko turning it behind the net. Trying to work it away from Evans. Picking it up now, Hudson. Hudson up the right side, slows it down, drops it back, and now in behind his own goal. He'll set it up as both teams are changed on the go. And right now, the team speed of Red Wings seems to be causing problems to Montreal Canadiens. They got back in behind the red goal now. It's a cold breakout. 11.5 to go in the opening period. Wings have controlled most of the play. Now Anderson quickly in behind the Red Wing goal. Working on him in the corner is Sider to take him off the puck. Sider himself bumped it off the boards, trying to get outside his mouth. Up across the line, knocked out a play into that Montreal Canadiens bench. Great defensive play by Maritza Sider. He's like a freight train coming down back behind that Josh Anderson, 230 pounds, and he's a very fast skater. Sider got the puck away, made a nice soft pass along the boards back to his own zone, but unfortunately, the Wings just not to get that. Tonight's game is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Red Wings radio network. Confidence comes with every card. Good start by the Red Wings, but no score in the opening period on the Detroit Red Wings radio network.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles. Right now, get employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Offer available on the purchase or lease of the following eligible new 2024, 2025 Ford and Lincoln vehicles only. Excludes all new Ford Raptor models, Mustang Dark Horse, Mustang GTD, and all chassis cab models. U.S. residents only. Prior purchase is not eligible. AXZD plan ineligible. Place a new retail order or take new retail delivery from an authorized dealer stock by June 2nd. Some exclusions may apply. So get to your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers and take advantage of employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Think Ford first.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines?
No.
At Athletica, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at
No.
Athletica.com.
The fuck did that just come from?
Detroit Red Wings.
The home game of the regular season is Monday as the Red Wings take on the Dallas Stars. You can pick up your tickets by visiting DetroitRedWings.com/tickets today. No score first period, and a really good start call by the Red Wings. Yeah, they're playing good hockey right now. That's a good destroying your chances. Both coaches make some big saves. He's when they're drawing the offensive zone. Good work by Castro. Looks out in front of the Montreal goal, and finally it's played off the glass for the line, kicked by Petrie, holds it in. In the slot, here's to break it, or Raymond throwing it down low to Casper with a shot, and that's knocked away by William Hudson. Back to the blue line, it comes, Reeves holds it in, Evans has got it behind the net to Casper. Hudson stick handling, moves away from Soderblom, and reaches the net, and now Evans will pick it off and play it across the goal. Quickly over the line, makes time for work into the Red Wings zone, now again with a shot, and Evans made the save, and rebound sticks into the corner. Also the breakout, good play by Lane Hudson, their prime rookie, made a good play behind the net that time, avoiding rubbing a forechecker and a good scoring chance. Coming down that right side by Montreal. Mike Matheson up the right side. Red Wings steal for a moment. King knocked down at the Montreal blue line. Play continues. Out to center right. New hook stick handles into the Red Wings zone. Now pumps that puck around the board.
These referees done a good job in the opening period. They understand it's a very, very important game for both teams and let the two teams decide.
Matheson got it out to center. Now here's Kane 2-on-1 over the line. Kane moving in. Pass across and the Wings score. Oh, it's redirected in. And the Red Wings take the lead. Dylan Larkin redirected at home to give the Red Wings the 1-0 lead.
And again, just the pace of Patrick Kane coming down that right side. It was a 2-on-1 again. The side then became a 3-on-1. He didn't hurry himself. Took his time. Perfect cross ice pass. Larkin doing hard to the net. Taps it in. Just like that, the Red Wings have
Oh, it started at the Red Wings blue line. Took that away from Matheson. The Red Wings broke in on a 3-on-1. The big goal for the Red Wings to start the hockey game. They lead on the Larkin goal. Given string tally coming at 9:54 the first period.
Kyle Davidson, the general manager, Chicago Blackhawks, over at second class. On the Patrick Kane and the Belgian Raymond might be good players right now. Sort of his mentors, Connor Bedard. I don't know. You better pay to good players like that. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Season for Dylan Larkin. That is another DTE energy. Like the goal, Red Wings lead 1-0. Looking at the better the scoring chances here in the opening period. Tap it to the front of the goal, knocks the ball out. He scoops that puck along the ice to the glove hand. So we got a timeout. 9:45 to go in the opening period. Red Wings draw first blood in this big hockey game. Dylan Larkin's 29th of the season, giving Detroit a 1-0 game. This is your home for Detroit Red Wings hockey.
You just slept on that shit, funny.
It's supposed to be that fella.
Whoa.
It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
Pretzel Crust is back at Little Caesars, and fans are excited. Even my pet sheep is pumped. It's back. It sure is. That delicious buttery flavored pretzel crust is back. It's back. Yep, you're right. That delicious cheddar cheese sauce is back. Pretzel crust is back for $6.99 at Little Caesars. Plus tax where applicable. Available at participating locations for a limited time. Prices may vary. Prices higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and third-party online sites. Pizza, pizza.
Hey, it's Ken Cal, voice of the Red Wings. There's a homegrown squad that's been around even longer than the Wings. Rose Pest Solutions turned pro over 160 years ago and has dominated pests ever since. Rose safeguards your home or business against pests like bedbugs, cockroaches, rodents, and spiders. Their technicians are also equipped to meet all safety regulations. That's why Rose is the official partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Pest problem? Rose is
Get your ass in a hole.
800-966-ROSE or go
Right now.
PestSolutions.com.
Well, that's it there, right there, buddy. It's not.
Trying to experience Red Wings hockey from some of the best seats in the house by joining the Fat Free Club. Members stick around sale right now for the 2025-26 campaign, and includes tons of exclusive perks as well. Learn more by visiting DetroitRedWings.com/premium. Dylan Larkin's goal. The difference, 1-0 Red Wings, and this is a beautiful pass by Kane to the left side goal post, and there was Larkin to tap it home.
He's like a surgeon. He comes down that right side, just gets all the different vantage points, what could happen, where he's going to move the puck, and he makes his final decision. But that pass is always so precise, right on target.
Shot from the right side, that was on target. That is trying to score from the right corner, and Talbot made the save. Better worked it deeper into the corner. Albert Johansson tied up Pizzetta, now picking up the loose puck that is Hall for Detroit. Lets it to the Montreal blue line. Stopping it there is Struble, cuts to the center of the ice, and now moves it into the right corner in the Red Wing zone. They're leading 1-0. Larkin the goal scorer. 15 for the Red Wings here. Montreal has a 6-point lead in that final wild card spot. That's what the Red Wings want to do. They want to catch it. Out to center ice, here's Slavkovsky to dump it into the Red Wing zone. Marco Kasper circles it behind his own goal, steers it up the left side. Raymond now up the Soderblom. Angles over the Montreal line to the right face-off circle. He's knocked down by Evans. Rebound Kasper, bumped it back in the line. Here's Petrie with a long shot off the sticking line of the goal and on the play.
He's blocking the Montreal Canadian defender. He dropped down and blocked him, picking up for slowly. Slavkovsky, they're really one of the prize young players. He was the first pick overall for the Montreal Canadiens, going back a couple of years ago. Tunnels for Olympic Jets last night at 3-1 victory against the St. Louis Blues, and they snapped the Blues. 12-game winning streak. You don't lose one 12 in a row, but still just a 2-point lead for Minnesota in the battle for the wild card spot in the Western Conference. And Minnesota has got the tiebreaker. They've got more wins than St. Louis. St. Louis couldn't end back up that second wild card spot. A big win at home ice, 110 points for the Winnipeg Jets.
In the last game, St. Louis, they were decided in overtime, put the Red Wings to 30 seconds away from beating them.
Just not much of a difference with all these NHL teams. The 5-5 line. After trade deadline, the St. Louis Blues were thought to be sellers. They didn't. Now they get the 8th place playoff spot. It's going to be a tough out in the opening round.
Edmondson was hit by Evans in the corner, and he was showing him now. Gallagher slowed up. Ruben moves over the high slot, shoots the puck. Talbot made the save with a lot of traffic down in front. They hit on Edmondson. Well, they were hit earlier, but Suzuki was hit by Sherrod, and then kind of returned the favor right there.
It's been a physical game, good defense by both sides. And Rivers did a good job there with Josh Anderson. Led big hit, 6'3", 228 pounds. Sorry to the Columbus of Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets for a long time looked like a playoff team, but all of a sudden the wheels come off and they're taking a very much foul. Columbus Blue Jackets will make the playoffs this season.
Face-off coming up to the right of Cam Talbot. Mott in for the face-off for Detroit against Blue Hook.
There's that.
Wings control the face-off as Sherrod circles the net. Lifts it up the left wing, down the ice into the Montreal zone. Struble to pick it up and behind his own goal. Getting closer, he's Craig Smith who stole the puck out of the slot. Mott with a shot, that's deflected off the stick of Kaplan and coming out of play.
That's been good for Wings as well. All these last 4 guys, 4 games, 4th line's been much better. Craig Smith on that 4th line, and he's done a good job. The Tyler Mott, Michael Rasmussen, Tom Bell, all three to pull them out in many situations.
7 minutes, 56 seconds to go here in the opening period. 14 shots by the Red Wings, 3 for the Montreal Canadiens.
What do we got over here, bro? Oh, shit.
We had 17 shots in that win over the Nashville Predators the other night.
We had many wins like that all season long with 17 shots.
There's that. Pretty obvious. That's pretty obvious.
With a bump on the break, now moves it out to center to the Warheads, and he'll fire the puck around the boards and behind the Red Wing goal.
Now the top lines right now, both coaches have their top lines on the ice. He's got the puck, Dave Schwab, Packers over the line.
We're going to Montreal, looking good, 7:10 to play in the opening period. Matheson has it, circles his own net. There's the Bobby Orr move right there, circles again as the Red Wings complete a change on the go.
Another ex-Florida Panther defenseman, a lot of those guys now around the National Hockey. Florida got a big game tonight at home.
BT Zomper. Oh, shit. Got some backups here. Put these in. There. Got to go to one of these spots here. Right there. Where's this one go? Right there? No. No. big. Let's go with a different one. Alright, this should be an easy one. Maybe. Right there. It's not that one. Where are those?
Good work by Lonnie, as you described it. Also, good defensive recovery by Greg Stacy. I think the first time, but quick enough to come back out front full line to get that lead their shot off. He's trying to work it to the Red Wing blue line, but that one skips out of play. Games last night, the Tampa Bay Lightning continued their roll, balance attack, and a 5-1 victory over the Sunday slumping New York Rangers. And a pause in the action, 5:38 to go in the opening period. It's the Red Wings 1 and the Canadiens nothing. This is the Detroit Red Wings.
There? Negative.
Together, let's drive.
Hear that? That's the sound of saving a good deal more when you shop with M-Perks at Meijer. Some delicious blueberries, money saved. Crazy tree of cookie dough ice cream. That's money saved. Savings, savings, savings.
Savings, savings, savings.
Earned in M-Perks, which you can use to save on your next grocery trip or up to $1 off per gallon on your next tank of gas. At Meijer, we work hard to help you save a good deal more for a whole lot less. That's bringing more good to life. Exclusions apply. See mperks.com for details.
As the official partner of the Detroit Red Wings, Enterprise is ready to go the extra mile. We're dedicated to the most dedicated fans in the game. And with us on your team, you can move forward with confidence knowing we've got your back. We're always available with mobility solutions. Whether you need a rental, replacement, truck, or even tailored business strategies.
There? No, it's not even fucking close.
Is our goal, and we're ready with the assist.
Close? Or no? No.
At the Bell Center here in Montreal, 1-0 lead for the Red Wings. Larkin from Kane and Slater at 9:54, the difference in the game. And not just because of the goal, but Joe Larkin skating a mile up here in the opening stretch, like the top line for the Red Wings. That's the line. That's very important for the Red Wings right now this season. He's out shooting Montreal 16-3. Most of that action's been in the Montreal end in the end to our right. What aggressive pitch by Ben Schwann and Moritz Snyder in the offensive zone. Another good sign for the Red Wings. Get a defenseman involved in the offense. Getting able to skate to the puck. Now the Red Wings work it to the blue line. Left point gives Slater with a shot. One of the goal rebound. Across the field, Larkin bounced over stick play. He tried to shoot it for one time effort. He did that on purpose for Richard Slater. What a great offensive play that was by Slater. Finisher out with a good shot from long range at the blue line. Blocked off by Montembeau. Can you imagine that? They actually changed sides. Schwartz came over to Snyder's side. Snyder went to Schwartz's side. And Ritz pitched down the board. And he banked it off the end board purposely. Right back out front. Right in the middle of the yellow Larkin. But unfortunately, he jumped over his stick. And he's not got half left shot. Paul, you played the game. Did you guys know which boards were lively and which ones weren't? Well, back in those days, we were playing big infrared, so it was easier. Yeah, you definitely got a feel for it. They bounced hard off the board, soft off the board. Exactly right. I think about those games at Joe Louis Arena, and the Red Wings seem to know that the end boards were pretty lively there. They would score a lot of goals on a play similar to what we just saw. That's high-end hockey intelligence level right there. Make that kind of split-second decision, make that kind of a play. It's a real good first period. standing back on the blue line. Let's have to get another one here before the period comes to a close. It's been very dominated by Detroit. Out to center ice, Anderson slowed up trying to penetrate that Red Wing blue line. Here comes Edmondson down the middle to the Canadiens logo at center, moves in across the line, flips it into the corner, jumps over to second goal. Hudson will pick it up now for the Canadiens. Roll up the left wing to Anderson. He'll shoot the puck in center. Around the boards, took a funny bounce out of the corner and right out in front of Talbot. Luckily the Red Wings are there to clear it away. Here comes Edmondson. Up across the Montreal line, down the middle, shoots the wrestler, a tipping shot. Everything very good. We're going to get a face-off again. No Red Wing pressure. They have the bench for a change. We're trying to decide to drop it down. Wade Hudson's got it. Behind the net. Hard to check on him. Such a great skater. Got a check in front of the Red Wing bench at center ice. Talbot plays around the board. Pizzetta in the corner. Bumped it around Evans. Into the slot. Phil O'Neill's weak shot block. Ends up into the right corner. Evans steers it around the boards to the left point. Struble holds it in. Shoots the puck off the stick in front. Wide of the goal. Rebound Fairbank getting it out to Tarasenko at center ice. Puck swatted away from him. Under the foul. Lays it to Armia. Turns it out in front of the Red Wing goal. Into the corner. Pizzetta checked by Beargrim. Beargrim. Had it knocked away. Pizzetta rolled it back on the line. Not able to hold it in there. Savard and now foot race for the puck. Here's Tarasenko down low. Making his way into the shot. Sharp angle shot. And Montembeau the save. David Savard, a little bit slow footed, just stopped running, but tonight Tarasenko made it big. And then there's like right there in the first period of playing ball, and 3 or 4 different scoring chances for Detroit. On up to the Red Wings, Sherrod for physical, and right out to Kapanen with a body check right there, and picks it up down the court. Intelligently aggressive with the Red Wing defense, and the team has picked up a minor penalty, and ran the opening there. That ball down in the corner there. And the California along the board. Hits the puck along the side wall, and now Doug get free, and Patrick Longley to get it out to center ice. Big move up on Sider. Sider staying stride for stride with him. Moves it around the boards. Mane in the left corner trying to dig it loose. Sherrod tapped it up the wing, and now it's Sherrod again bumping it up the right side away from Kapanen. Smith falls down on top of the puck. Gets up quickly for Detroit, and the Wings will bounce it out to center ice. None ball statistically much for Craig Smith's game. Much of a big difference for the Red Wings now, but head coach Salvador is not afraid to put that 34 line out there in any kind of situation. He's on the way to 20 shots on goal here in the opening period. He's been all over Montreal.
It's gotta go there.
Edmondson lays it up the right side. 3-on-2 over the line. Larkin bumped it back to Kane with a shot, and Montembeau to save. Again, bounce off his arm. You didn't see it that tipped out to center ice with the 20th shot of the period for Detroit. Now to bring it from Kane in the slot. The Larkin with a chance, and he just missed.
20th shot? Jesus Christ.
All Detroit here to Montreal West. 40 points to the period. Deflected by the Bacon and Strong. He was covered by Hudson. A couple of soft moves to Montembeau, who brings it into no free. Notice again, you're going to see teams playing the opening and period. It's hard to tell which team has a 6-point lead going into the final week of the regular season. Red Wings very strong in the opening 20 minutes. So Larkin with the only goal, but he's had at least 3 or 4 good scoring chances. He could have had 3 or 4 here in the first. You know what? That's going to be the biggest difference. And one of them is going to be Larkin's playing the final 6 games are pretty good tonight. Whenever Canadians figured out that next Suzuki, he just got his stand and put the 85 points down for Montreal Canadiens. You need your best players to be your best players in these kind of situations. 22 shots for the Red Wings, just 4 for the Montreal Canadiens. They only have 1 good scoring chance that they had at Talbot, but it was a long-range shot. Before the 2 down that fight, too, Josh Anderson ball. Talbot's made probably 3 good saves in the opening period. Montembeau doesn't seem to have that confident goal as well for the Canadiens. The CP played the puck a little bit. The puck comes out the center. Anderson his way into the shot. And he's started to walk with a penalty coming up. Now Anderson and Sherrod push and shove at each other. Anderson got a shot in off the side of the head of Sherrod, but he's going to get the gate right here. Anderson dropped the stick over the hands of Ben Sherrod. Ben Sherrod put his hands up in the air. The referee said it's got to be a minor penalty. Otherwise, it's going to be a breakaway, and the referee got it right. Take back the Ojo against the Roberts of Blue Jackets. So that's like Loftus. The referee didn't get it right. He wasn't smart enough or strong enough to change the ball. Good work by Sherrod. Power play coming up here. the draw. His name was kicked around off the trade deadline. The deadline another team in Montreal Canadiens. They were thought to be sellers as well. Very the smart move, didn't make any deals, and now they have a chance to make the playoffs.
There we go, right there. Just saw it. I just saw it, bro. Hell yeah.
62 power play goals this season. And the Red Wings is up 1. Wings win the draw. Raymond over to Kane outside over the right circle. Wings would like to cash in here and take a 2-0 lead. Raymond. Over to the outside over the left circle. Bumped it down low to Prinkett in the slot to Larkin. Back over to Raymond. Left circle to Prinkett. Slice it across. And it's given away. And in front of the goal. Armia is a two-scoring player, good defensive player, good puck over the wings. They've been very precise on the power play. Here comes Patrick Kane back, quickly from the neutral zone. To break it on the attack down the middle, rolls it over left side. Here's a deflection by Kane after the shot from Larkin, that one wide of the goal. It comes out to center right, Red Wings regroup. Lucas Raymond, 35 seconds to go in the period. 1-0 Detroit. Raymond drops it to Kane, left side of the ice, not a Dylan Larkin. Larkin with a shot at the side of the Montreal goal. Picks it up again, leaves it to the line. Slater, quick puck, moves it over to Raymond. On the left side, now down low. Here's the Brinkett with a shot. Now on off the skate. Comes back to the blue line. Raymond to the Brinkett. Down to the line, hands it in, stick it into the corner. 10 seconds to go in the period. Rebels have to hurry here. Kane down low, right circle, hanging onto the puck. Swings it in front of the Brinkett with a stick with it. 4 seconds to go. Raymond with a shot. That's blocked. And now it's cleared by the from right. And the first period comes to a close as we hear the siren in the background. What a game for the Red Wings. A good start. 24 shots on goal by the Red Wings. Larkin the lone goal scorer after 20 minutes in this important game. Detroit leading 1-0. I'll tell you one thing. I like the way the Red Wings are looking. They get the desperation mode. They get dominating first period of play right there. Outstanding work. All 4 lines are contributing. Solid defense. Pistol as well. See on the penalty box. Not much work, as you mentioned, for Cam Littell, but you know you're 1-0 lead. Could easily be 2-3-0 Detroit. Going to build on it now. Play the exact same way for the final second and third period. Shots on goal in the opening period, brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevrolet dealers. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. Again, 24 shots on goal for the Red Wings, 5 for the Montreal Canadiens. Probably a few more people now suddenly getting back up on that bandwagon. Well, this is an important game for the Red Wings. It's almost a must-win situation for Detroit. They're all must-win situations. Montreal's in that same situation. It's easier said than done. Got to go out there and do it. But right at the top of the puck, the Wings are ready to go in that opening.
Yo, buddy. 24 shots for the Wings in the first period. That's incredible, buddy.
Montreal has that 5-game winning streak, but the way that they've been going all season has been a roller coaster ride. They've had their ups and downs, and when they're going bad, they're going bad. When they're going good, they're going good. But the Red Wings have a game in hand on the Montreal Canadiens. After this game tonight, Montreal only has 4 left on their schedule. They play at Ottawa, at Toronto, then home against Chicago and Carolina. And Ottawa needs to play the battle. They at least need those fans to play. Big games. The Red Wings win this hockey game. Good day.
Guzzling.
They're going to be healthy. The last time we saw them against some key players,
Hell yeah.
including Alexander Barkov, Sam Reinhart. Back in left tonight against the Maple Leafs. So it'll be a different looking team.
What the bagel beefs.
They play that opening period. They could beat any team in the National Hockey. Well, you're surprised I heard that Sam Bennett's going to be rested for the rest of the season. No, you got to get ready for the playoffs. You know, that's the key right now. And again, they've been in the Stanley Cup Finals twice, so they know what they got to do. I don't think it really bothers Florida who they play in the opening round, but if Ottawa keeps on
Hell yeah.
Ottawa keeps up in the 3 spot, Florida back in the 4 spot, and Florida would take on the Maple Leafs.
Crazy how they all just fell in, buddy.
Fans want to see. That's one team they want to stay away from in the opening round. Well, the other thing too is the team we're going to see in a couple of days from now is the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're only 2 spots. They're 2 points away from Toronto for that first. And the 2 players they picked, Oliver Borkstrand, used to be in Columbus at Blue Jackets. He was in Seattle. He's playing much better now, especially Yanni Gourde. Gourde had a goal and assist last night, so all of a sudden they're much deeper on that third line. So that's another dangerous team. And Andre Vasilevsky, he will win the Vezina Trophy, but he's not that far behind Connor Hellebuyck in all the goaltender categories. So another dangerous team come playoff season. Well, we got good news, Hockey Town. Wing Wheel Nation memberships are officially on sale for the 25-26 season. Secure your seats today and get ready for a thrilling season at Little Caesars Arena. Visit memberships today. In the first intermission, a period dominated by the Red Wings. They outshoot the Canadiens 24-5, have a 1-0 lead on the goal by Dylan Larkin. Our first period break brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Dustin Pioco's in our 1-800 call Sam studios tonight. He's coming up next. This is your home for Detroit Red Wings hockey.
Wings fans, skate into bliss this season with Carbless, the no-carb, no-sugar, 100-calorie premium vodka cocktail with power play flavors like black raspberry, pineapple, cranberry, and lemon lime. There's a Carbless flavor for everyone. Find ice-cold Carbless at Little Caesars Arena all season long. At retail near you and at drinkcarbless.com. Carbless, an official ready-to-drink cocktail of your Detroit Red Wings.
After beating colon cancer, I'm turning setbacks into comebacks. I am Henry.
I'm pain-free and at full strength after spine surgery. I am Henry.
A life-saving delivery ensured my shift could continue. I am Henry. When you need care to get you back on your game, trust the only care team chosen as the official team physicians for the Detroit Red Wings. Henry Ford Health. We are Henry.
No, you're not.
Chevy lightning round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Double honor.
Ah, fuck.
Techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish. Nimble. Tracks. Innovative. Electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues. Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Chevy, official vehicle of the Detroit Red Wings.
Hear that? That's the sound of saving a good deal more when you shop with M-Perks at Meijer. Some delicious blueberries, money saved. A creamy treat of cookie dough ice cream, that's money saved. Savings, savings, savings. Because every dollar spent is also 10 points earned in M-Perks, which you can use to save on your next grocery trip or up to $1 off per gallon on your next tank of gas. At Meijer, we work hard to help you save a good deal more for a whole lot less. That's bringing more good to life. Exclusions apply. See mperks.com for details.
I do believe it goes up there, though. Whoa, whoa, buddy. What is that?
Locked out of home ownership. We're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
Dustin Fiocco inside the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio, and we have played one in Montreal. Red Wings in a must-win game to keep playoff hopes alive, and they are certainly playing like that. Let's run through the first with your first period scoring summary. It is brought to you by Dynatrade's Cloud Done Right. And that first period, Detroit skating really well with the puck, putting lots of shots on net. That is an understatement. Lots of chances, lots of shots, and I mean lots. We'll get to just how many in a minute. But out of all those shots on net, they finally get rewarded with one, and it's our first goal of the game.
Appleton got it out the center. Now here's King 2-on-1 over the line. King moving in. Pass across the line. Score! Oh, it's redirected in. And the Red Wings take the lead. Dylan Larkin redirected at home to get the Red Wings to 1-0 lead.
Captain Dylan Larkin gets the credit, and Detroit goes up 1-0. That is the lead that would stand the full 20 minutes. Red Wings with a power play chance that has not yet paid off, but they do still have a little bit of time left on that man advantage. That'll start off our second period. But how about this for a first period fun fact? We have played 20 minutes, and after that period, we have more Red Wing shots than we do minutes played. Running through these numbers, Red Wings, they are out shooting Montreal by quite the margin. It is a 24-5 differential. Red Wings, on top of that, out shooting Montreal already by 19 in the first period alone. Some other numbers on the game. Red Wings, they are currently in the midst of their first power play. Montreal yet having a crack on the man advantage. Faceoffs going in favor of Detroit 10-8. Montreal being a bit more physical, out-hitting the Wings 18-10. And after 20 minutes, that shot parade from Detroit gives them a 1-0 lead. We still have much more hockey to be played, and that second period is still to come. But up next, we're going to hear from Patrick Kane. He spoke to the media following today's morning skate. That'll be right here on the Red Wings Radio Network.
Get ready, Little Caesars Arena, because light beer just got better. And Sam Adams is here to elevate your game day experience. With the clean, crisp taste of American Light, you're not just grabbing any light beer, you're upgrading to the best in the game. It's smooth, easy drinking, and oh, so refreshing.
This fucker.
Plus, American Light is brewed right here in the USA using all American sourced ingredients. Sam Adams American Light beer. Because when life calls for a cold one, it's always sand season.
No, it isn't. Their bear sucks now.
If you're in the market for a new home loan or
Bear
refi,
sucks.
here's the winning game plan. Start at mortgagematchup.com. We'll connect you with an expert right in your area. Now that's like getting your own first round draft pick. And your home loan expert will deliver an experience that's faster, cheaper, and easier than going to a big bank or online lender. Go to mortgagematchup.com today. Powered by United Wholesale Mortgage LLC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 3038, licensed in all 50 states and the District of Columbia.
Imagine a world where technology transforms the way we think about our environment. Welcome to Priority, where we're redefining the future of recycling and cleanliness with cutting-edge tech. Our innovative solutions are designed for those who demand smarter, more efficient ways to care for our planet. We're not just ahead of the curve, we're creating it.
Let's see if I can fit this somewhere.
Visit PriorityWaste.com and see how we're setting the
Seems like it's got to go over there somewhere.
Priority, where technology
But
meets sustainability.
Ford employs and assembles more vehicles in the U.S. than any other automaker. Right now, get employee pricing on new 2024 and 2025 Ford trucks and SUVs. Exclusions apply. Visit your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers today.
Dustin Fiocco from inside the 1-800-CALL SAM studio. 24 shots on net. That is the story of the first period. One of those shots going in to give Detroit a 1-0 lead after one. We've got more hockey to come your way, but right now we're going to hear from Patrick Kane, who spoke earlier today with the media following morning skates. Kane speaking about just how important this game against the Canadiens really is.
Hopefully the coaches will get us ready for this one tonight, but we know how important the game is, right? It's obviously the biggest game of the year right now, and Montreal's been playing really well as of late. Been finding ways to get a lot of points and a lot of wins, and trying to catch them. So yeah, I mean, it's fun though. It's every game's so meaningful, and it's fun to play that way. Fun to kind of be in the thick of it through the last half of the season ever since Four Nations break. So had our ups and downs obviously, but we're playing a little bit better as of late. So hopefully we can bring that momentum into here tonight. No, I said it was kind of like. Oh, really? Yeah. What are your thoughts on the two games you played against in the last week? Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean he's had an incredible season, and he's a great player. Obviously very dangerous with the puck. Only got to keep an eye on when he's out there, and try to make it tough on him. I mean, make him play in his own end, make him play defense, because he gets, walking the blue line, rolling around in the offensive zone on power play. He can get a lot of confidence that way. Obviously produce a lot, make a lot of plays for the team. Yeah. No, it's great. I mean, it's cool, right? You hear some of these American guys coming up and their favorite player of the year, so it's pretty exciting. It means a lot too. I mean, I tried to play a game that was obviously fun and entertaining, and try to entertain the fans as well. And he's kind of doing the same thing now. So I got a chance to meet him last year after, I think it was the last game of the season. I met him and said hi to him real quick. And cool to meet him. He's gonna have a great career, so it'll be fun to watch him. Yeah, yes and no. I mean, we're both hockey players, right? Like, we talk about hockey, we talk about the past, we talk about, his career path, the way he got the NHL, things like that. But, yeah, it's good to kind of meet him and touch base with him and just have a conversation.
That was Patrick Kane. His interview brought to you by Meyer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Red Wings. And at this time, we are going to pause 10 seconds for station identification.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit.
Not going there.
We've got 20 minutes in the books out in Montreal. Another 20 minutes to come where the Red Wings lead 1-0. And also up next, we're going to take a check-in on your out-of-town scoreboard. That's right here on the Red Wings Radio Network.
J.P. Weiser's Canadian Whiskey is a proud partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Sure, we could have teamed up with Toronto, or Montreal, or even Ottawa. But we'd rather support our neighbors across the river, because we've been doing things our way since 1857. So grab a bottle of our smooth, new 10-year-old whiskey and taste what it means to be wisely done.
The McLaren Proton Therapy Center at the Carmenas Cancer Institute offers the most powerful and precise radiation oncology treatment available. Using the latest generation technology, we're able to deliver high doses of radiation to the exact size and shape of your tumor while avoiding surrounding healthy tissue and organs. That means we can eliminate cancer with an unmatched precision, resulting in fewer side effects and improved outcomes for patients. To learn more, visit mclaren.org/proton therapy.
We are Biker Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Red Wings. For over 70 years, Biker Law has been your hometown team of trial lawyers for auto crashes, truck accidents, birth trauma, and injuries due to medical malpractice. Let our team of homegrown trial lawyers win big for you. Biker Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Red Wings. All we do is win.
However, drives out the center ice, cross the red line, and hammers it off the sticky behind the red wing. Outstanding diving on defensive play by Lucas Raymond to somehow get that puck across the ice to Dylan Walker, but one at a time. That's probably saving the game right there by Sam Montemore. Now the puck taken away by Berggren from Cooley, got it back to the line. Berggren did that. Edmondson, his shot knocked down off to the side of the goal. Senko bumped it to the blue line, broke it up, and now here comes Captain in 1-on-2 in the line. Captain with a shot off the stick of Petrie, and that one sailed into the protected netting and on a play. He just came back, started playing against the Canadians. He's playing in Sweden this year. He's pretty sure forward. Lots of speed, 6-point chance for him down that right side. Dallas Stars and in second place there with 105 points. What a year it's been for them, too. They're not going to catch the one point yet. I'll tell you what, they're a team to be reckoned with, I think, from playoff time. I think Glenmore Haunting is going to go hiking in the field, hiking it back on the blue line, and Klaus again up front. Those two guys back there have got into the Final Four only if those two guys come back. If they don't come back, I think Colorado or Winnipeg will probably beat the Dallas Stars. 1-0 Red Wings early in the second period, minute and a half gone by. Canadians dumping into the open. So here's Captain around his man, but the fly away and comes up city by Talbot. Still a little Captain when it gets stopped there by Talbot. Redirected wide of the target. And he hooks to get back to the ground. Comes back there with a high slot. Hudson fired a shot, and that one ends up off the stick and on the play behind the left. Maybe a fancy right here. No, I don't think so. I think Patrick Glenn, the big stone power forward, went down there first. He tried to draw that gun on the penalty. Good down call, Mike. I mean, my referee, what they say, I can't tell. As Captain in the finish goal, got back in behind the ready defense. He's like Hyman, the guy that plays in the fourth line. They're not the big guys, but they're skillful guys, and they're good third and fourth line players. Now the guys that privilege the PA are the referees for tonight's game. Devin Mills and Brian Pansich are the linesmen. The Jasper lines up and take the face off against Nick Suzuki. Now a great face off, one by the Rebels. They shoot it down the ice. Hudson in pursuit, and this is nicely called against the Red Wings. 2 minutes, 6 seconds gone by in the second period. And one power play in the game went to Detroit Anderson. The lone penalty late in that first period. Good job of continuing Hudson again. He leads all rookies in scoring so far this season. I think he won the Calder's Trophy. He's from Holland to Michigan. So look for this parents or most teams like the radio broadcast, television broadcast, and both players each turned out to be from the days they picked in the second round. They bring it inside the living zone up the right wing wall. Just get too far in front of the outfield through to Casper in the Montreal zone. Hudson slides it out to the right wing line. Surratt bangs it over to Slider. Now to Soderblom. Over the blue line. That's right on Cooley. Inside. Got the shot away. Rupert on rebound after Montembeau made the initial save. Howard move again. Coming down the right side by Elmer Soderblom. Good save by Montembeau. Stealing it off the puck, Soderblom kept it away from him to Lucas Raymond, charges in behind the Montreal goal. Really checked Raymond, Raymond still working hard, but now it's picked up and played out to center ice. Find it Suzuki, in over the blue line, drop pass, Slavkovsky, it's intercepted. Soderblom dumped it out to center ice. Suzuki turns back into the Red Wings zone, quick deep pass, moving towards the side of the goal was Caulfield. He gets Snyder a little shove, Snyder looked at him, and the Red Wings bring it out to center ice. Not over the blue line to sweep it in behind the Montreal goal.
And then that's the extra. Princess Snyder can play like that for the best defense in the NHL.
Up in the eighth for the Red Wings, 16:44 to go, second period. 8 points down the line, kind of a must-win situation for the Red Wings if they want to make a bid for the postseason. Here's Johansson leading it away from Brendan Gallagher. Pass off the center to Borik, intercepted it, shot of this, that's the way the Red Wings line. Now Johansson puts it into the rim, down into the Montreal rim. Hudson cuts everybody up at the pass, circles in behind his own goal, moves away from Rasmussen. Deep pass to Anderson, who deflects it into the far corner to let them out.
Good job of Rasmussen giving up on one at that time. Didn't want to pick up that minor penalty, get a hooking call. He's got it now. He dumps it softly on the board. And just couldn't get through.
Checked a little bit there by Dvorak along the board. Now here's Kane down the middle. 3-on-2 over the line. Pass to Ripper. He keeps the puck. Save, Dave Montembeau.
Short side, good block to save him Montembeau.
Deeply with a wrist here from long range at the blue line. And Montembeau so out of the way to come up with a glove hand save.
I think Alex the Breakers like to have that one back. He had plenty of time coming on the right side of his pitcher off the goal post again. Coming down the glove side, but still a nice save there by Sam Montembeau.
They're about to break it. You give them time, they can get the corner.
Dangerous, dangerous man. He's got some very good high-skilled top-end forwards. The top line stays out there with Larkin, Kane, and Brendan.
35 goals this season for the right circle. Down low it comes. This left top, back to Hudson. It's keeping the Canadians to the outside. It comes back to the line, a deep pass. Suzuki left side running with a top back block, and Martin on the rebound will dump it softly down the ice.
And J.T. Compher, another good defensive play. J.T. Compher is coming away from alive now these last 4 or 5 games for the Red Wings.
Asking Alex Lyon mentality. Who has one of the hardest shots in the NHL? He said, Patrick Lyon's got a little like that. What about that? Well, here comes the player movement over the running line. That's Suzuki. Outside into the left circle, setting it up on the outside. The Red Wings zone went up in Detroit. Gallagher down low. Out of Suzuki. Back to the line. Henderson with a shot. Took to the front line of the goal. Rebound. Suzuki's checked along the board by Rasmussen. Into the corner, Brendan Gallagher. Snyder tapped it away. They battle for it behind the goal. Newhook will pick it up in the corner. Penalty is over. And after Hansen knocked down Newhook, the Red Wings are full strength. Here's Suzuki though in the corner as the puck is picked off by Johansson. Lays it around the board to Marco Casper, and now Sherrod pumping it out to the Montreal Blue Line.
Ferocious defense in your size, or what Albert Johansson, what an outstanding check while the Wings were short here.
Carrier will bring it out of his own zone. 1-0 lead for Detroit for the second period, almost halfway through. Evans checked by Edmondson. Again, another hard check by the Wings. They've been the physical the teams here tonight. Carrier at the right point to stick it in behind the goal to Evans. Evans in the Red Wing zone. Got it back towards the line. Evans chopped it again behind the net. Edmonds into Detroit. Knocked his man off balance. That allows Compher to pick up the feed and bring it out the center and toss it up across the line. Goes quickly after it from Montreal end. Drops it for the trailer. Tarasenko, but it came off a stick out the center. Ooh, on the attack, over the line. Drops it now Anderson. Moves in left circle. Got it behind the goal to Joe Armia. He's taken off the puck and a body check by Petrie. Now Armia dug it loose behind the Red Wing goal. Got it back to Lane Hudson. Hudson's always out there. His shot taken block. Rebound Petrie in the corner. Former Canadian got it up there around the board. Now picks it up again. Sweeps it around near side for Edmondson. Up and out to Detroit. Compher and Edmondson will just throw it over the side glass and into the crowd. And I think he's going to get a penalty.
Didn't hit the glass. Referee now pointing. Says, come on, follow me. Not a good play by Simon Edmondson. Back-to-back power plays for the Montreal.
Son of a bitch.
You know, the way of the game will be called to Edmondson. Don't want to go to the well too often. And we'll be back with the Montreal power play in a moment. 9:52 to go in the second period. Wings 1, Canadians nothing. This is the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
North Brother Sport knows how to build a winning team. They've won the prestigious business for over 87 years. They've assembled the best league-leading selection of F-150s, Broncos, Expeditions, Mustangs, and more. Their certified sales staff provide the ultimate customer service, and highly trained technicians ensure you get the very most life out of your vehicle. Sport big today with the only Ford dealership on Ford Road in Westland. North Brothers Ford.
When it comes to Coney's, nobody does it better than